turn her ear on or can turn her off.
That's right.
And usually, if you're not a sensitive guy, you're going to turn that woman off automatically. Because certain things a woman's going to key in on. If she sees that you're all about yourself and all about what you're doing and not concerned about other people, you ain't gonna have no relationship with that woman, because she wants to know, if I get in a relationship with you as a woman, I got to know that you're gonna have my best interest at hand.
That's right.
My welfare. Is he dependable? Is he a man of his word? Does he listen to me when I'm going through? I don't always want him to solve my problems. Is he gonna be there for me?
That's right.
And see, we as men, we don't do that. We don't understand that it's more about emotion than it is about sex. And I was trying to think about what you said last week, brother, when you've been saying it for the last couple of weeks. And it keyed in I read something that keyed back into me. Men need love, need sex to feel love. But women, on the other hand, needs love to have sex.
That's right.
Two different things. Emotion against physical.
That's right.
So when we talking, we as men we are talking more from the standpoint of a physical kind of connection.
That's right.
A woman is talking from an emotional connection. So that's what we lose at, and that's what we fall short at. So, okay. Much like computer and no other, we are using absolute hardware and software to do a job. Here's a comparison of how men and women talk differently. Brother, read the first 3 or 4, and I'll go down. We'll read it, and we go back and forth.
Women speak and listen faster than men. Women in a group can all talk at the same time and make it work.
What is that true or not?
That's true. They're multitask.
Good God, I see. Matter of fact, I was out to dinner I went to get something to eat last night after work. It's been the last 2 days been terrible for me, man, at work. And I seen women sitting around the table. They was all lined up on the table. I guess they had a women's night out together. And you should see it. Everybody that's talking all at one time. This related. But the men, I looked at the men. They said, doing nothing.
Why?
Because they just isolate themselves. We isolate ourselves.
Maybe when they all talking at one time, the right side and left side has been activated. The men can't join the conversation because they only going in with one part of their brain.
That's right. That's
so
right.
Gonna be too much and be confused. Which conversation I listen to?
That's right. That's right. That's right. And that amazed me last time when I seen that. That was amazing.
That's good.
All right, go ahead, bro.
Women speak in a softer voice and use pitch and inflection to emphasize points.
Yes.
Men speak in a louder voice and use volume to emphasize a point.
Isn't that true?
That's right.
We always want to raise our voice to bring attention to us, or to make a point. You're going to listen to me. I'm going to talk loud. You're going to mean, and you're going to know that I mean what I say.
That's right. Yeah.
That's how we do.
That's how we do.
Is that how we do it? But a woman, she'll talk to you. Now if she gets very excited, she may raise her voice, but she's trying to get a point across to you, but then she'll bring it back down. Yeah. But a man is always going to talk loud to bring attention to him.
That's right.
And say, I'm in control here. You're going to do as I say or else. That's how we do.
That's right.
All right.
Women sound more emotional.
Yes. There it is.
When speaking because they normally use 5 tones.
Okay. Different tones.
Men sound more
monotone. Straight across.
When speaking because they normally use only 3 tones.
Okay. So that means we as men, we pitch it up. We go here, here, and here.
Yeah.
A woman she'll start, she may start low and she may go up. But when she gets here, she gonna bring it back down automatic because she don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. And usually she's only gonna do that to the man in her life. She'll say, well, you didn't do what I told you to do the other day. And then you may say, well, honey, I don't want to hear it. And then she'll go shut the door. And that's it. But the man, he gonna raise his voice so everybody can hear him. You see what I'm saying?
You're a woman. Women can say some hurtful things.
Oh, they can hurt you, brother. Oh my God. Yeah, they'll hurt you real bad. But we got to understand that they're speaking from it. They're emotionally hurt. Yeah. See, we don't feel emotional. All we want to know, all we trying to do as men, when we communicate, what do we say and how we say it? We say it from, like we said, from a logical standpoint, but we say it to let them know that we in control.
That's right.
I'm gonna talk real loud, and you're gonna know that I mean business.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
That's right. Yeah.
That it's a control mechanism. If we feel we raise our voice, everybody gonna listen to what we gotta say. You see what I'm saying? So it's a show and tell type thing. Well, I'm saying this, you're gonna respect me as a man. That's how we do. All right.
Women stick to one topic for a long time until all present have added their comments and feelings
they do that
on their subject before moving to the next subject.
That's right.
Men want to express their opinion and not hear the opinion of others. Men want to have the final word, especially with women.
Now, when you're on that front with a woman and you're trying to get the last word, it's going to be very hard because that woman can out-talk you. We just talked about that. She can out-talk you. She speaks faster and she listens faster. So while you're thinking, because you only use one side of the brain, she already
knows. She already hit.
So what you said there, women like to get the approval of the other women because she's there about connecting the families. She wants to make sure everything is working together, and that's how they talk. And I was looking at that last night when I was looking at these women. They were communicating and trying to make sure everybody was on one page, even though they were all talking at one time. But they were all trying to get an agreement with everybody.
That's right.
And then they moved on to something else.
That's right.
You know, so that's so true. All right, I'll take the next couple here. In decision making, women seek the input of all the other women present and make decisions based on the consensus of all present. They do that.
That's good.
They do that. Men try to make the final ruling no matter what other thing.
That's right.
And that's true. We don't want to hear what you have to say.
Competition.
Competition, there it is. Pride, there it is. There you got it, Brother Dwight. You got it. In decision making, women prefer a group decision. Men want to show their high status by marking their decisions without input from others. That is so very true. We don't want to hear input from nobody else because we feel we know it all.
That's right.
I don't want to hear what you say. This how it's done. I know what I'm doing. You ain't got to tell me. But see, women, they want to get the input. They want to get a sense of that. What do you think, Susan? What do you think, Mary? Well, then they, okay, yeah, we can do it this way. But men, we're not going to do that. See, that's why we mess up a lot when it comes to relationships, because we feel that we know. And that's one thing, I was talking to somebody, I think the woman last week, I was telling her, all of us, we get trained to drive a car.
That's right.
We get trained to go to school for a job or a career. But when it comes to a relationship, there's no training.
No training.
So how can we ever have a successful relationship if we as men have not been trained for a relationship?
That's right.
We're not. Yeah, we have people that have been together, but I guarantee you there's a lot of conflict because there's emotion versus logic.
That's right.
And they're not going to meet because it's always going to be a clash because women are always want to build a relationship on the emotional part, but men are always looking at things logically and how he can solve the problem.
Right.
And what we said before, women don't always want you to solve the problem. They just want you to be there to listen for them.
That's right.
There it is. Here's the problem. All right, I'm gonna read one more, and then I'm gonna let you skip. Let me see how many more we got. We got a few more, and we ain't gonna go through all of it. But these are some things that we need to talk about. Okay, women reveal their feelings, private lives, and relationships very easy. They sure enough do. Men hardly ever do. They will show their weaknesses, and lower their standards as a dominant male in their mind. So a woman's gonna always share her heart, no matter, because you can sit down with a woman and she'll tell you what's on her mind, what's going on in her life. In the first 20 minutes she talks to you, you will know everything about her, about her family, her children, her husband, her job. She'll tell you everything. But a man, you'll never get that out of him.
That's right.
They'll say, "How your family all right?"
They good.
They all right. They ain't gonna go no deeper than that. That's a no-no. That's a line we're not gonna cross because that's being too emotional. That's being too connected. So when we talk, there it is again. What do we say? We say very little. All right, we say very little, and how do we say it? We say it with a monotone voice. That when I say it, I'm saying that's it. We're not gonna talk anymore about it. You see what I'm saying? A woman says it with emotion, right? And how does she say it? She says it in a loving voice to win compassion, to help somebody else and let them know that she cares.
That's right.
There's a difference. All right, you read the last couple and then we're going to move on, brother. Read a couple of what you want to read and then we'll move on.
Men don't spend as much time and interest on anything not physical, especially abstract concepts dealing with feeling and emotions.
That's right.
Women want to talk about their feelings to improve their relationship with the listener.
There you go.
Men talk to emphasize their high status and the dominancy to all present.
That's right.
Women want to discuss and explore all aspects of a topic and spend time on it than men like. Women try to strengthen relationship with others by discussing their problems.
Yes.
Women ask more questions about what others think.
There you go. They do. They do.
That's right.
They do. They do. Absolutely.
Women make indirect accusations. Example, why do you often do that? Men make direct accusations. Example is you always do that.
See, so I need you to key on that because that's very important. What does a woman do?
The woman asks, why do you often do that?
Why do you often do that? Trying to inquire. And why she does that, because she wants to see where she can help it, where she can make things better. That's what there. Go back to that, her nurturing spirit.
That's right.
Why? Okay, let me see, maybe we can change this. I can help you do something. Now, what do the men do, on the other hand?
You always do that.
Accusation. Always pointing the finger. You see what I'm saying? That I'm better than you. Why do you do that? You know what? Why are you always doing that? You know what I'm saying? It's always a point of finger when it comes to men, because we want to feel that we're in control. We're over. And that's where we're going to get into that discrimination stuff.
It seems like when a woman say, why do you often do that, it's leaving room for improvement.
There you go. Absolutely correct. That's right.
And
that's right.
The man say, you always do that.
See that? See the difference?
Really no
room for growing. Meaning that you ain't gonna never be nothing. You gonna be just like your brother. You gonna be just like your uncle or your father, whoever they talking about. You ain't gonna never change. See what I'm saying?
You asked and you said you always do that, but you're not leaving the space for the communication.
That's right.
A woman says why.
Yeah.
So basically, she's looking for a response.
Yeah, to see where. That's right.
Where you stand.
Where you stand. That's right.
So she responded. Women respond saying, "Why do you do that?" Because again, it's building that line of communication.
There you go. There you go.
The man is saying you always do that. That cuts the line.
It cuts the line right off right there.
From communication.
Because when you downgrade somebody, nobody's going to give you no response. Nobody's going to talk to you. They don't want to communicate because you already telling me that you condemning me from the start. So why should I talk to you?
That's good.
Powerful.
Women like to relate, but men rather debate.
There it is. That's right. That's
exactly.
Right. Yes.
Women interrupt all others less and allow others to interrupt them. Men interrupt others more and allow fewer interruptions, especially for women.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
Women are more cooperative when talking. Men are more competitive.
Yes.
With talk and try to raise their status and establish dominancy.
That's right. Absolutely.
Women show concern and try to establish empathy and support for others.
Yes.
Men try to fix things and give advice to others.
That's right. But like we said before, it may not always be a thing about advice. It's there for somebody to listen. You see what I'm saying? That's especially when it comes to women and communicating. They don't want all. It may not be a problem that needs to be solved.
Yeah, we learned that last broadcast that we did that women express they pain, whatever they're going through, they look for how they better themselves, not for the solution.
Absolutely.
Well, we focus on trying to fix and find a solution.
That's right.
But they use that situation to find who they are.
Exactly. It's an emotional thing. Yeah. That's right. Absolutely. You're right. Absolutely.
Men are opinionated and want to resolve problems quickly.
Yes.
Often not studying the situation.
That's right. We do it all the time.
That's good.
That's good. Absolutely.
Men try to be authority on everything and therefore ask few questions.
You see? Think he's a know-it-all.
That's right.
A jack of all trades.
That's good.
And a master of none. Right? There it is. All right, let's move on. We learned some. I hope you got something very important out of it. Those were very good points that you read, Brother Dwight, that we read. And I hope that you got some of those things because that's how we communicate. What do we say and how do we say it? All right, there's the difference right there. Let's go through it again very quickly. All right. A man is going, how does he say it? He's going to say things from a logical standpoint. All right. We're trying to solve a problem. And he's going to say it being dominant. He wants to speak in a very loud tone to let people know he's in control and I am the man. A woman's going to speak in how she says. She's going to say it from an emotional standpoint. All right. But how is she saying? She's going to say it in a loving way, in a way that she gives you room to grow, like you was talking about, Brother Dwight, to grow and to help you and to nurture you and to help you in that way to change the ways that you're going. Instead of being like a man is going to point the finger at you and saying that you always do this, there's no room for you. There's no room for growth right there, like you said, Brother Dwight. And then for the woman, she's going to give you room and an ability to grow and to change your way.
That's right.
Powerful there. All right, let's go on to what are the differences between male and female speech? And we're just going to run through this very quickly. Women are likely to look for common ground when they are talking with other women and tend to produce overlapping remarks in conversation. We just talked about that a minute ago. Those were initially misdiagnosed as interruptions, but it turns out that women tend to like to help each other tell stories. That is so true. Some people have called it co-authoring. Women always do that because they know, because a situation a woman may be going through with her family, well, another woman may be going, well, what did you do? What did you do in this situation? My children are doing it. Well, mine did the same thing. That's what I did. You see? Yeah. But we as men, we don't go there. Yeah. We may say, one, I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill him. That's right. I'm gonna kill him. He went to school and did it. I'm gonna kill him. But we don't never dive into the emotional part of it. All we want is to try to solve the problem, but it may not be a problem. It could be a communication problem there. It could be something lacking on the inside that needs that person to sit down with that child and talk with that problem.
That's right.
Talk about it to their mother or the father, whoever, to get them to make their situation better. But see, we as men, we always want to come down hard. We want to come down hard and make them try to change them by loving them hard. Sometimes it don't work. See, that's why usually the children go to the mother, because the woman is more empathetic. And you just said that. And you think women, y'all are more empathetic. We as men, we hard nosed. We want to rule everything by the iron fist. But it don't work like that. That's why we have the problems in our relationships, because we don't know how to have empathy. All right, we think as men, if we show some kind of emotion of being sympathetic, we're soft. So we always want to have that voice. Oh, I'm in control. You're gonna do what I say, but sometimes don't solve the problem. No. All right. Let's go on. Let's go down to yes, which says yes, brother. We're gonna go through some of these where the differences are.
Yes, you argue that men are constantly snipping at each other in tiny ways. You call this dueling.
Okay, and I'm gonna set the stage for that. What that means is the author John Locke wrote a book about duels and duets. Duels are, we as men, we compete against one another. Duets is when two people are working together.
That's right.
And women do that.
Duel.
So we as men, we are duelers, and women are duets. Because they always want to bring completion, they want to bring wholeness to a situation. So we're going to talk about this to show you how we as men, we rather duel than work together as a duet with because it says, men, you should love your wives as Christ has loved the church. That means walking together, agreeing, and coming together to bring things together.
See, I guess during speaking as men, we more selfish than women.
Yes, we are.
Especially when it comes to relationships.
Yes, we are. Very much so. It's all about me, myself, and I. As long as we get our rocks off, I don't care if she get hurt or not. That's how we are.
That's right.
You know, there it goes again, back to that connection thing. It's an emotional thing, and we don't know. We don't want to have no part in that connection. Remember last week we talked about the compartments in our brain. We have a compartment for every little thing, and they cannot touch, because if it touches, that means there has to be commitment and there has to be an emotional connection. We don't want that.
That's right.
We don't want it.
There are a number of criteria. It's symbolic, playful, stylized in its purest form. It looks quite a lot like a performance.
Yes, that's right.
But the disposition to duel sort of sweeps into everyday speech too.
Yes.
Like two guys, for example, come up to each other, and one of them says, "Hey, your old son,
you old son of a gun,
your old son of a gun, how are ye?"
I meant to say, how are you? How are you doing? They pull it. How are you doing?
How are you? And maybe insults him a little bit after he
about his bulging stomach,
or his trimming hair, or some weird shirt that he is wearing.
Okay, so right there, we as a man, when we see a brother or something we ain't seen in a while, that man may have gained weight. Yeah. He may be losing his hair, but we'll make a joke out of it, right? We'll make a joke out of it, but that's how I wait. But see, that's how we do as men. There's a duel there.
Always.
I'm gonna say something negative about. I'm gonna say it in a playful way, but I'm gonna let him know. Well, I ain't thin. My stomach ain't bulging. I'm in good shape. I've been taking care of myself. But look at you in a sly way. Yeah. He's saying, "Look at you, man. You ain't taking care of yourself.
Yeah, you jacked up.
You just exactly. Now look what the woman will say. Now look at the duels. That's the duels with the man. Let's look at the duets with the women.
Women would simply never do that.
That's right.
They might later privately tell someone, hasn't she aged terribly?
Yes.
Or they would never say to her face, well, look at the whiskers on her face, or my God, I never seen bulging breasts like this before, and so forth.
Okay.
I guess it goes a little bit back, excuse me, to if you sit around, you will hear women, they be in their face laughing, smiling, but then when they separate, they get a gossiping about it.
And then you can talk to their man afterwards and they go home. That's what they do.